we want the housing from the MANTARAY handheld polisher and the fast connector. We have two options with the vacuum attachments. One is a MANTARAY roughing attachment. The other is a MANTARAY polishing attachment. We suggest 7-inch hook and loop discs with both attachments. Adhesive will not work in this situation. Also, the diamond dot roughing pad is the only roughing pad we use with the MANTARAY. It will not work with the polishing attachment. It will only work with the roughing attachment. So we're going to put the roughing attachment aside, and we're going to start with the MANTARAY polishing attachment. This comes with the stand-up handle and the vacuum for the vacuum system. Let's open it up. Now, La Plata Industries has designed and made this attachment. It's a carbon fiber attachment. It's solid, built like a tank. It's got a door here that's adjustable. It's got a skirt that's adjustable. You have your vacuum port here, and the MANTARAY goes right here. So we want to take the housing, see the shaft, see the hole. This is the front, this is the front, this is the back, and this is the back. It fits right into the hole, down. Make sure you put the back in and it comes down. You want this flush with the attachment. Sometimes it will get caught up on the back here on the wall, but make sure it's flush. Now, you also have two 5/16 bolts that attach the housing to the attachment on these holes right here. There you go. We have a 5M hex Allen wrench, for the skirt. We want to take a 5/16 Allen wrench and tighten up the bolts that are holding the housing to the attachment. Like so. Now, the housing is on the attachment. Our next step right now is to add the disc. Now remember, the disc is the same scenario as the handheld polisher as it is with the vacuum attachment on the shaft. We want to make sure we use marine grease for these threads before we put the disc onto the shaft. It's very important to use the marine grease. The sediment will get into the disc. It will get into the shaft. If you do not have the grease, this disc will be stuck like concrete and won't be able to come off the shaft. So it's very important to use your marine grease like every 4 to 5 uses. I would take the disc off and use the grease and put it back on. Now, how you assemble, take your 1/2-inch wrench. There's a shaft. You see there's 2 key cuts, one on each side. Your 1/2-inch wrench fits perfectly in those key cuts. That allows you to hold the shaft while you put on the disc with your other hand. You want it on snug. So there you have it. So you have the grease and then the disc. You have something like this. Now if you notice when we put the disc with the pad on, the skirt's a little higher here. There's that gap. So we want to take our 5M Allen wrench and go around to loosen these bolts that hold the skirt. Now remember, you don't want to take them out. They don't need to be taken out. You just have to loosen them. Now you want a flat level surface when you do this, because now you have the skirt that's adjustable. You want to push it down on your flat level surface and hold as you tighten around, and you want to make the bolts a little snug. You don't want to crank them down. There's no need to do that. You just make them snug, and then we'll hold the skirt perfectly in place. Keep pushing down around the skirt though, because it tends to pop up a little bit. You want to make sure it's flush with your flat surface all the way around. We adjusted the skirt. So now we have the skirt adjusted and everything ready to go. I would keep the door closed and just tighten it up on a snug right there so it just stay close. And now we're going to adjust the stand-up handle. The stand-up handle actually attaches on the MANTARAY unit right here on these two holes in the back. I took the MANTARAY handle, stand-up handle out. This is the stand-up handle for the unit. It's all aluminum. It's very solid. I actually put the hose clamp on, the screws out. I put that in and just put the clamp on. I must tell you though, this here does not come with the stand-up handle. Here, let me show you this way. So, like the handheld unit, you have to go purchase your hose attachment for your pressure washer. Remember, all pressure washer brands have different sizes of hose. We had to go out and purchase this male attachment for our hose, because this is where the pressure washer hooks up. And we added a 90 to it instead of it going straight out. The reason being is because when you hold it next to a wall, the hose is going to go in a downward fashion more than a straight, and it gives you that distance closer to the wall. So you're not that far away due to your hose. It doesn't impede the distance. Also, the handheld position here is really nice. Show you there's a bend to it. Your forearms aren't a straight stress. It's actually nice to hold in this position. So this attaches to this, like this, and we'll put together the tail and the spring, and we'll get this thing going. So I'm going to attach the handle to the two back holes, and we'll come back, and then we'll put the rest of this together.